For a long time, humanity has had the impression that we're not alone in the universe. There may be forces and civilizations hiding out there in the vast galaxies. So many events have happened over the years to strengthen this belief further. One such event is the appearance of Oumuamua. The strange, mysterious space object showed up mysteriously and then sped off to outer space. But now it's back and seems to be headed for Earth. Join us in this video as we demystify the mysterious Oumuamua space object and reveal why it's so unique and controversial. Plus, we'll explore what might happen when this object finally makes contact with Earth. With our knowledge and technology so far, you would think that we should easily identify or classify any object spotted in space. But Oumuamua's story was different, a space object that has baffled scientists and astronomers. The name Oumuamua stands for a messenger from afar arriving first. This object came from deep space, or what we'd call interstellar space. Interstellar space is the space between stars beyond our solar system. Occasionally, objects can creep into the Earth's solar system from interstellar space, but Oumuamua was a surprise visitor from interstellar space that confused us. The first thing about this object was its appearance. It had an elongated shape, like a sausage or hot dog, but then scientists thought it was an asteroid. However, asteroids are usually rounded or irregular and orbit the sun in our solar system. Oumuamua seemed to have a defined shape like a finely cut or designed object, but it didn't orbit our sun the way asteroids do. The next strange thing about Oumuamua was its behavior. You'd expect a space object to travel at regular speeds other space objects travel, right? Well, Oumuamua broke this space rule. Scientists realized it seemed to be traveling at its own unique speed. This was what brought up the controversy that it could be a comet. Comets are icy bodies in space that develop tails made of volatile materials. These tails appear as the volatile materials vaporize off the comet's body due to the sun's immense heat. If you've ever looked up at the night sky and seen a dashing ball of light speeding across the night sky, you most likely saw a comet. Comets travel at speeds different from asteroids or planetary bodies. They can reach 100,000 miles per hour depending on their distance from the sun. The closer a comet gets to the sun, the faster. The object's remarkable speed made scientists think it was a comet, but then it lacked a critical feature of most comets, escaping tail gas. Oumuamua looked really strange because of its movement through space, which wasn't comet-like. Some researchers believed it was jetting out gas from its sunlit side, enabling it to get pushed about in space like a rocket. However, the problem with this theory was that it had no detectable escaping gas, and so no tail like you would see on a typical comet. If Oumuamua were indeed a comet, scientists would have found out even if it was an interstellar object. One such interstellar comet was discovered in 2019, the comet 2I-Borisov. It behaved like a rogue comet. This comet was the next interstellar trespasser after Oumuamua. Discovered in 2019, scientists found out it was a massive comet with a tail 14 times the size of the Earth. Unlike Oumuamua, it has fragmented several times over the years. Seeing as Oumuamua turned out to be neither asteroid nor comet, there arose a new theory that this strange visitor was the fragment of an exoplanet. It suggested that an asteroid may have collided with an outer space planet, sending pieces of such a planet flying into space. Oumuamua became a mystery from the first day it was spotted. The object was first spotted on October 19, 2017, using the Pan-STARRS Observatory in Hawaii. Pan-STARRS is an acronym for Panoramic Survey Telescope and Rapid Response System. It is a colossal telescope equipped with one of the world's largest digital cameras. It boasts a 1.4 billion pixels camera. This telescope was built to identify space objects seen as potential threats to Earth. In other words, objects that could collide and cause damage upon impact. When astronomers manning this telescope spotted the strange object flashing through our solar system like a beacon, they concluded it was something they had never seen before, and so they named it Oumuamua. Our sun had no influence on this unknown object, as it darted past it in space. Not only was the propelling force seen from Oumuamua stronger than what scientists are used to seeing from comets or other planetary bodies, but it was also a continuous push, one that seemed deliberate. Then, it appeared like the object was speeding up to escape the sun's heat and return to its home outside the solar system. Oumuamua's strange acceleration made many believe it was an alien spacecraft. Some theories suggested it was an extraterrestrial probe, like our Voyager. But rather than being powered by fuels, Oumuamua may be powered by some unknown internal power source. No one knew where this object came from, and it was a dead end trying to discover how old it was. Doing so would mean getting a live sample or a close-up view of the object. But Oumuamua was traveling at a speed that would make neither of these possible. It was traveling so fast that no telescope on Earth could get a clear enough image of it. This is why scientists initially thought it was cigar-shaped, only to find out later that it's pancake-shaped. And so, the alien spaceship theory spread and seemed to be the only viable explanation of this weird space phenomenon. Some researchers came to exotic conclusions to explain where this visitor came from and how it operated. One Harvard professor of astronomy named Avalab postulated that Oumuamua is an alien spacecraft powered by a light sail. This space propulsion method entails the use of the radiation given off by the sun, and so, Avalab was suggesting that the object was being propelled by solar radiation. Realizing this dream is possible, as scientists have made significant improvements and innovations in spacecrafts. For instance, the LightSail 2, a remarkably small spacecraft, runs solely on solar radiation and has made 18,000 orbits around Earth covering a distance of 8 million kilometers. This craft can send tiny probes quickly through space by bouncing high-powered lasers off its tiny sails. If further improvements are made to these such spacecrafts, in a few years, we may have something fast enough to reach Oumuamua. But as it turns out, we may not need to bother traveling to Oumuamua after all, because it seems to be heading toward the Earth. Although scientists have revealed that Oumuamua is currently at the planet Neptune, there's still the fear that this object may return to Earth due to its strange orbiting style. If this happens, a lot of things can happen. In case you think Oumuamua can't get to Earth after going so far, you're mistaken. Remember, till now, we don't know exactly what this object is or the full extent of its abilities. Earlier in this video, we mentioned how Oumuamua suddenly sped up when it got close to the Sun, about to exit our solar system. If indeed this object is an alien spaceship, then it may be able to travel at such tremendous speed constantly to get to Earth in the quickest time possible. And what happens then? Well, the first thing will be a massive impact. Collision of this space object with the Earth will cause massive destruction, landslides, mudslides, and so on. If Oumuamua is a spaceship, then we may have a space invasion problem on our hands, and no one knows what diseases, pathogens, or deadly viruses these aliens may bring with them. They may even be civilizations with tech far more advanced than ours, like what you see in sci-fi movies. Now, all this is just speculation, but we can't rule out these possibilities, as a renowned scientist firmly believed that Oumuamua was an alien ship. Then again, if it turns out to be just a space rock or fragment of a destroyed planet, we'd only have to worry about cleaning up the mess after the collision or impact. What do you think? Is this object a spaceship, and will it return and collide with Earth? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section.